Hi everyone, welcome to a special episode. This week we went to the makerspace in Cambridge that you can see on the map here for the January microbit meetup. I had a great chance to meet some of the people we've seen on Twitter and interacted with in person and to see some of the projects and products that they offer. So I thought I'd give you a quick demo of everything that went on that evening. First up is Neville Hunt from ZBit Connect. He showed us 3 great projects.
The ZBit Builder is like a prototyping board that you can then plug other bits of electronics into, and company Adafruit have been helping me. So I've now got a microbit controlling 5 displays and 2 sensors.
And it's all one microbit doing
That's
it.
all one microbit, and that was squeezed into the Python. I was just talking to Nicholas earlier. It was a bit of a squeeze, and on the
It makes you sound like you're stuffing turkey.
well, my proximity sensor did have 5 levels, but to get it to fit in the code space, I had to reduce it to only 3 different levels. And then there's a light sensor there as well. Here is ZBit Bod. Some of you have had a go at that. I love and
I've got an exception.
line
54.
So yeah,
I love how it winks.
go. Stop. Turn left.
Yeah,
Turn right.
That's amazing.
Stop.
Yeah, too much applause.
Yeah.
Awesome. Fantastic.
cool art.
Nice old Alexa.
I've been having so much fun with these microbits for the last year. So,
Next we had Richard and Newman from proto-pic showing us their new products, including their new Simon Says game.
So we also that one, we also did this one, which is going to be called the micropixel edge. Just ignore the writing on there. So it's a 10-way one, but it just fits right over the edge connector, so you can use it as a torch, or you can try doing a precision division type thing, which we've kind of got working. And then going on from that, you've got this, which is our battery case. So it's got a couple of AAA batteries in it. It uses a little poker pins onto the 2 lozenges in the back to give it power. So you're not having to hook the cable in or screw through to get power to it. So you still got full access. So you can power things like the edge. Or here, so this one's a watering system, which is exactly the same as this, but we soldered it onto this board. And basically it's taking a reading with our little moisture sensor here. And if it's dry, it'll give it water. If it's not dry, it won't give it any water. It's pretty straightforward. We flooded this plant because I've been pulling this out. Yeah, so it uses capacitive touch there for buttons A, B, and C, and D. It's got NeoPixel, so you know the colour of the tone, press it, and then write the code.
Is that like a product, or is that a prototype still at the moment?
That's the final prototype. It should be ready in February. I think it'll be on the website. Maybe late January. It depends when the PCBs come back from the factory. I think they're closing down actually, so it'll be February for the new year.
Next up we had Johnny and David from the Microbit Foundation showing us some of the projects they've created to show off the microbit around the world.
So Johnny wrote some code on here, and I wrote some code with Raspberry Pi, and it's called a tone matrix. And the idea is you have 5 tones, you have 8 positions in a 2 music bars, 1 music bar, I'm not a musician myself. And you press the B button to turn on a particular microbit. Is it speakable? It is. And what will happen is it will cycle through that sequence and play those notes. So you turn it on one, you can turn on the chords. So you can interact with music as it's playing, or the pattern as it's playing. You can turn them off, and I think if you shake them, they toggle, don't they? Yeah. So there's 40 microbits there, and they're all sending radio messages. It's a broadcast system. There's a 41st microbit there that's acting as a bridge, and that's connected via a serial port to the Raspberry Pi. Johnny wrote the program on here in PXT, so it's an identical program on each of those 40 microbits. And I wrote some Python code on the Raspberry Pi using Pygame, and there's 5 wave files, one for each of the sounds, and Pygame mixes them live into chords as it's playing it. So there's some messaging that's going in both directions. As you press a button, so this is user interface, as you press the buttons, you see a little state change message come up. So what is happening is it's saying, I have just turned off, and this is my location in the matrix, so I have just turned on. So you can see the state change messages.
Okay, so this is like Guitar Hero, but built with microbit and I'll hold it up. So here's the guitar part. This is a piano, which is made with a microbit, a Z-bit speaker, is that what's correct? Z-bit speaker and a piano. So the piano is just foil, and then these are some drums, and the drums are made with LDRs at the bottom of the cup, and as you cover the top of the cup it gets too dark, except in this room there's too much ambient light, so it doesn't work perfectly, not calibrated. And this was done by some interns at we held a kind of challenge for interns to do something in microbit in their evenings over a week, so not very long at all, and they kind of came up with this Guitar Hero thing. So if I turn it up, the idea is on the microbits displays, it's showing the order in which you have to play this piano. If you play the piano at the right time, then it will actually make the sound. If you miss your timing, then it won't make any sound, and then it scores you based on whether you played the things in the right order. So the guitar, you have to shake at the right time. So let's start again. You can see it counting down. Oh no, missed the bus. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. If I shake the guitar, it plays the tune. If I leave the guitar completely still, it doesn't. And that's the kind of way the guitar works, and the drums play or don't play based on. Look at that cover. And that is apparently a tune by Sam Smith. Make of it what you will.
And finally for this episode we had Nicholas Tolliver, one of the key developers in the MicroPython implementation for the microbit, showing us what he was doing with music and the microbit.
Piano Phase by Steve Reich, and the piano phase, just do that, is just a series of notes that are repeated again and again and again. That's it 3 and a bit times, okay? And the idea is that you have these 2 pianists playing these notes, and then one of them speeds up gradually until they're off by 1. Okay, and then a new pattern appears from the unison that you hear at the beginning, and then they speed up again, and you get off by 2 until you've been off by however n long the phase is, and you get back to unison, and that's the end of the piece, and that takes about an hour. So I thought, you know what? Let's automate this. So what I've done is plug the speakers in. This is A, and it's about 5 lines of Python where I created a list that defines the notes, and it just plays in repeat that tune. So, but before it does that, it sends a radio signal on channel 19, which is essentially go, the string go. And this microbit here, when you restart it, it's in a loop listening for go on channel 19, and when it does hear that, when it gets that message, it will start playing. But after, I think, sort of 4 iterations, it changes tempo to the next notch up, as it were, and speeds up until we're off by 1, and then resumes the original tempo. Okay, and then it does that again and again and again and again ad infinitum. So, like I said, we automated it.
And how long does that take to go through the
to
whole octave?
be honest with you, I got so fed up with it after about 30 seconds that I've not bothered listening to it. But the important thing is that you should be able to hear, as the phase kicks in, interesting new melodies happen, because Steve Reich is a clever guy, and he's figured out that the structure of the melody works in such a way that when you play it on top of itself, shifted off by 3, you're going to get a new melody coming out of it. So that's why it's an interesting piece of music. Unfortunately, because the way this thing works, it sounds like a kind of a cheap birthday card from Smith's, really. So it doesn't sound like a grand piano, is what I'm saying. So you'll have to sort of just bear with me with the bleepiness. So they're in unison at the same speed. So it's speeding up. And it's back in sync, but off by 1. It's speeding up again. Back in sync. I can tell from the looks on your faces that you really want that to stop.
So that's just a flavour of some of the things that happened at the event. I didn't manage to capture everything, but hopefully you got a good idea that it's a brilliant event to come along to. It'd be great to see more people at them in future. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and please comment below and ask any questions you like. That's all for now. Thanks. Bye.